Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Donna Sue. Hi, Trace. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? We are. Thank you. Hope you're having a good day as well. Hi, Leona. Hi, Sharon. How are you guys? How's everybody doing? Hi, Margaret. Thank you. Thank you, Leona. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Um, so obviously we had the auction on Friday, which was amazing. Everybody, thank you for being there and supporting us, whether you purchased anything or just was there having some fun. Hi, Sheila Teagan. Hi, Sheila. Two Sheilas. Anyhow, um, anybody that has purchased something from me has been boxed up and it will be picked up tomorrow. It's already scheduled for pickup. Pickup. Good evening, Jill. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hi, Sue. So, yep, everything's going to be picked up tomorrow. My mailman, well, we haven't done it in a while, right? So, like, he should be okay. I hope. Thank you, Sharon. So, just a couple of things, really quickly. Most of you guys know the unfortunate news. Hi, Rennie. Team BFF. So, Monica and Steve's page was hacked. And, it happened so quickly, and they did something to her Instagram, which then got violated for rules, and they just shut it all down. And so even though it wasn't her doing anything, they shut her down. Hi, Angel. So, if y'all can please do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, if you're watching the replay, please go to Team BFF2. Now it's all one word, Team BFF2. And if you can please follow her. And actually tonight she's going to be live. I'll try to hurry. She said not to do it, but she's actually going to be live at 5 o'clock Eastern. So I told her that I would hurry. So maybe we can all go over there and say hi. Hi, Diane, because you remember when we did that for her, Nicole and I did that for her. I had a prize for my room, and then there was one for Nicole's room. Well, the person never claimed for my room. So I still have the Prima molds and stuff that I was giving away, the new molds and stuff that I was giving away. So, if you guys can go over there today, I will put that back in there, and we will redo it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my phone on silent. I'm sorry. All right. And then, so if you guys can do that, and then also, we will still have her come over on Wednesday. So she'll be live on my pages, but she'll also be live on her page. It's going to look a little different. Hi, Martin. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Miss Edie. It's going to look a little different because her page is new. In the way that I stream, I can't get to her page. So she's going to actually have two streaming devices in tandem. Y'all, it breaks my heart. Y'all know that we gave her first star party because she had finally had enough followers. And, so she had her first stars party when we all went over there, and, it just tickled her pink. And now she's starting over. And if any of you are creators, you know that, one of the biggest nightmares is your page getting hacked and having to start over. I mean, it's completely violating, and it's heartbreaking. And again, you guys who have met her know that she is the kindest person, and so for that to happen to her and Steve is awful, awful, awful. So yeah, Angel will be helping. I'll be helping as well because I'll be backstage. But because like I said, she usually we can see all the comments in one place, but because the way that it's working out, I'm not going to be able to see on her page. So but we're going to get it together. So if y'all can go over and follow me when we're done today, we can all go over there and follow her. And you guys don't have to purchase anything, y'all. It's just we need to lift her up right now. You guys know we come together, we lift each other up, whether we need prayers, whether we need, anything to talk to somebody, whatever. And we just need to go over and show her that, you know what, we are going to have your back and we're going to build you back up. So that's why I don't think do lives. I don't want to start over. I guess at least, yeah, Debbie, it's awful. It's awful that this can happen and you can't get help. That's the biggest thing, right? Because unfortunately there's awful people out there. But if we could physically call somebody and say, "Hey, help me," it would help. But there's nobody to call. There's no help, and that's what's awful. So I know it is. So anyhow, so when we leave here, if we can go over and say hi to her, and again, you don't have to purchase anything. I just want us to surround her with love and say, you know what, we're here, we got you, and it's all good. So thank you, Sonia. Thank you. Alrighty, it is horrible. So let's get my desk on the screen. So you guys will probably recognize this tray. So the other day when Troy and I went to the Salvation Army, I picked up a bunch of silver. If you guys remember, there was no carts in that store. So I had to hold all of that silver in one of the little hand baskets, which was an absolute nightmare. And so it was getting heavy. Well, I found this tray. So I thought we could do some decoupage, but if you can see, it's got really cool detail on the outside. It doesn't have any feeties, so I think we're going to have to put some feeties on it. But I was hacked 2 years ago. It's horrible. It is. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's scary. It's scary. Hi, Barbara Ross. It's just scary because, it's like you can't do anything about it. Like, you lose internet, you can call the cable company, right? Something's wrong with your cell phone, you can call the cell place and get help. This, you can't get help. All right, so I thought we would, obviously, you guys know my spiel. I won't do it again unless you are new to me and need to know. I put bonding primer on here. You guys know that we need to let that set. So anyhow, I have some new papers. Oh, y'all, I have some new products that I got that I need to show you guys. So we can do a little Easter if we like. Cute little girl bunny. So maybe another mom, daughter, sisters, I don't know. Or we can use one of the LaBlanche, the new LaBlanche papers, the birds. So I don't know. Do we want to do the bluebird? I don't know what kind of bird he is. I don't know what kind of bird either one of them is, but do we want to do one of the birds or do we want to do, there she is. There's Team BFF. There's my Monica. So I don't know. Do we do Easter or do we do a birdie? Easter birdie, because they're very cute. So this is AB Studios. I don't know. Or driving in snow, so won't be commenting. Sorry. That's okay, Nicole. Be careful. Oh yes, Nicole. Have a safe drive. Be careful. Or birdies. Bluebird, Easter bunnies are adorable. They are, right? We're definitely going to use these on something else. I got it, Bubba's. Oh, and also Troy's new tablet came in, y'all. So he's all happy as pie again. So the Bluebird, all right. So we are going to do this Bluebird now. The fun thing is about this is, if you guys remember, LaBlanche came out with molds that, you know, this one actually looks like someone poured resin in it already. Probably me from when I was pouring. So this one is this, if you remember. So this is, I think it just says what, birds? Yeah, birds. It's just the birds. You guys can look on my Mica Daughters and see if it's on there, the papers and the birds mold. Hi Brenda, how are you? So yeah, so anyhow, let's get the edges off of here. And if you can tell, there's a couple of different steps, if you will. So there's this one that's out here, and then this one right here. So for the most part, the paper is going to fit down in this one. So that's what we're going to do, is probably sit it down in there, but we will see. Let's take our water pen and my brush with the cork on it, and let's get these edges off. Wow. Yes, we are, Monica. Hi, Julie. Monica, I told them. And we are all behind you. We are going to lift you up, girl. We got your back. We are going to build that channel back up and better than ever. Better than ever. Everything happens for a reason, right? So there's got to be a reason this has happened, and maybe the page, this is it, and that's, this is, now the pages is going to blow up. Don't forget about the little people. When you get thousands and thousands of followers, don't forget about the little folks. I'm kidding. I know she would never. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Aww. Well, I'm glad you weren't here at the beginning, girl, because my eyes was watering too, because we was talking about you. So we are going to get it. We are going to get it. Tell you what. Okay, so I am just pulling off that little white border that goes around when we do feathered edges. So when you use either a water pen or a paintbrush in water, your feather edges help blending. So I don't usually do a harsh cut with the blade or the scissors unless, I've got a really straight edge and that's what I want. This edge, if you can see, and we've talked about this before, the LaBlanche papers have a really small border. So it's hard for me to grab it underneath the ruler. So I'm just going to hold the paper and pinch. Well, we love you, Monica. I mean, you and Steve are amazing, amazing folk, and we're here. You're stuck with us now. We found you, and now we'll follow you wherever we need to. All right. Again, usually it's not this bad, but because the border is such a tiny border, it's hard for me to get a hold of it. Roly Poly in the house. Roly Poly, I'm sorry I didn't see you when I was shopping the other day. Doggone it. I noticed later on when I was looking at the video that it said Roly Poly here, and I was like, man, I didn't even see her. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, you scared the ever living daylights out of me, Troy. I thought you had a real knife. Oh, good cuggly muggly. Not PT time today, y'all. He wants a banana. I know. Hi, Lori. Lori, are you gonna put milk in here? Sorry, guys. If you guys are new to me, this is my Troy boy. He usually has PT time, but it looks like we're doing milk and banana today, so I'm not sure. Lori, on your heart that you won in the auction, love, do you want the sawtooth hanger or the chiffon ribbon to hang it, or do you want me to put both on there? I totally closed up your box and forgot all about it, and but I'm gonna open it back up, and then I just want to put the right stuff on there. Oh, thank you guys for following Monica. I know. Hi, Julie. Man, I don't know. I feel like this is now the cooking channel and not the crafting channel. I'm sorry. We're getting it, guys. Okay, so now we got our paper in there. We will put a base coat of the Waverly Plaster down. You guys know, even though the bonding primer is white, I still like to go in and give it a nice even base. So actually, I don't mind that coming up there like that. So let's just use that whole paper in there. Oh, you're going to put it in a stand. So you don't want the sawtooth or anything on there? Do you want me just to put it in the package? There you go, baby. And you need to put the rest of the milk in the refrigerator, please. I don't mind putting it in the package, Lori. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Okay. All right. Okay, so this is just the Waverly Plaster. We're going to come through here and just give it a nice, even base. So the bonding primer has been sitting on here for almost 24 hours at this point. So we are ready to go. But I will paint the bottom as usual off camera. I don't, it's boring enough to watch paint dry, so I won't make you guys sit through all of that. Hi, Jamie. All right, so yeah, if you guys, when we're done here, we'll go over to Miss Monica, and just so you guys are, make sure you're on the right page, know where to find her. And again, I will bring her here on Wednesday, still same plan. So we aren't going to let them, we aren't going to let them mess with Monica. We're going to keep her going. Okay, let's give this a quick little dry, and then I am going to take so you guys know I transferred everything into my Sugar Bell bottles. So this is the Decoupage Varnish and Glue Matte. So that's what I'm going to use to put the rice paper down with. Roly Poly is K. So I met Miss Roly Poly on Rekindle Blessings, and I remember when I first met her, I she, you know, I called her Miss K, and she said, "That's roly poly to you, ma'am." And I said, "Well, I didn't know if I was allowed to call you roly poly yet." So I felt like I was in the club since I was able to call her roly poly. Oh, hi, Veronica. Oh, thank you, Diane. I really appreciate you following her. Hi, Veronica. Yes, I did find lids for the bottles. They are on back order. I don't know. They're on back order on Amazon, but there is a gal on Etsy that sells them. Which is kind of cool because she sells them and she makes them in all different colors. And you guys know how I was saying that my only gripe about this was all of them were the same color. So I maybe wanted to paint the tops or something. Well, now that, you know, I'm going to get the tops in different colors, that's what I'll kind of use to differentiate what is what over here. Okay, so let's get our sweet bird down here, and he should, if I looked at that right, he should measure from the top to the bottom. He does. All right, so we will go ahead and make sure. Sorry, y'all. We'll make sure that can you stop him from doing it, please? So I am going to go ahead, and there is a very thick fiber right here. As Juicy would say, giving it a little haircut. So I do want my feathered edges, but because I know I'm going to have to blend this, I'm going to pull them out so that they're flat, if you guys can see. And I'm just going to trim the fibers, if you will. I'm not touching the paper. I still want the edges feathered so that I can blend it. But any of the thick fibers, I'm going ahead and getting rid of those. Okay. Hi, Gail. How are you? You just followed Team BFF. Thank you, Sheila. I'm following Team. Thank you, Martin. Hey, Christy's Creations. How are you? All right. So I don't see any more of the really. Oh, there's two right here. Okay, so as you can see, I did give it a so-called haircut, but you can see all of my feathered edges are still there. So I did not cut the paper. All right. All right, so let me get my squeegee. Always use a squeegee when I'm working with my rice paper. It helps move my product evenly underneath. It helps distribute it, and it helps so that I don't have any wrinkles. All right, so I'm going to stand up for just a minute to make sure I want this right in the middle here. Okay. All right, so now that's where I want it. So now I'm going to pull back, and let's start with a little bit of the glue. All right, and then, so I know that I do need the glue up here as well. Julie, the rice paper is LaBlanche rice paper. Sue, I don't know. Can you check to see? I don't think TH Decor has them. You can try to see if Maria has them at Micah's Daughters. They did go really fast, unfortunately, y'all. All right, so hi, Teresa Cherry. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for following Monica. You guys, thank you so much. Really, seriously, it means a lot. Okay, so I talk to you guys and tell you this all the time. I am going to push my paper so that it lays flat, right? So I am going to push this down. And on the sides here, I'm going to push it flat, so out this way and out this way. You don't want your fibers to get up under it and cause like little lumps. That's why I do that. So now I'm going to pull it back and work on the next little section. I do not put my paper down all at one time, just in case I do need to reposition it. You know, it's a lot easier if you're, you know, not doing the whole thing, and then you don't want to have to pull up the whole paper. All right, so now again, I'm going to take my squeegee and work and push that product so that it distributes evenly underneath. And then again, I'm going to come up to the sides and push out. Okay, and then let's do our last little section. Hi, Christine, how are you? Hi, Debbie, how are you? Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. I didn't see, Troy, please turn that down, Troy. I didn't see the update on you, Veronica, but you already know, we are all praying for you. And Trev, can you help baby girl? She knocked down her toy basket. Oh, all right. So this is our last little bit. So let's come in here, and again, for this, I want it to lay down, so I'm going to push out, and then push up the sides and out. All right. All right. Look at y'all. I can see I've got a little piece of rice paper in my hair. Okay. So I always tell you guys hi, Teresa Renee. It is really pretty, right? Let me know when they come in. I would like to purchase them. Yeah. What you can do is, if you go to the Royal Courts Arts and Crafts, I think, or is it just the Royal Courts? Sue will put it in, and go to the retailer, find a retailer. You can use the little drop down and select LaBlanche, and then you can see all the retailers that carry LaBlanche. And you can find either if one of your favorite retailers has them, and see if they have any of these papers left. Okay, so again, we're pushing our paper. Now, you always want to, well, you always at the end, right? I tell you guys, I varnish everything when I'm done. Typically, I don't do that on camera. But you always want to put down a layer on top of your, sorry, I didn't realize I had you all the way in. When you're done, on top of your rice paper. And that just gives you a little bit of working time, just in case you got maybe a little bit of paint on there. You can wipe it off without messing with the image. Because if you don't have that little top protectant on there and you have to wipe off some paint, you risk wiping the image. You're welcome, Veronica. I did get a restock. You did, Teresa? Oh, Tracy! So, Sue, if you can put my link in there then, please, for the paper. I didn't think there were any more, y'all. So if you guys, Sue will put in the link Sue will put in the link to the paper, and then you guys can get your hands on them. Yay! I'm so happy. I was feeling they're beautiful papers, John. I wanted to use them, and I was like, oh, they're gonna get mad at me. Hi, Gail Meadows. How are you? Okay, so let's dry this a little bit. All right, so we are obviously going to have to do some painting on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with a 600. So it's a very, very fine grit. If I can find it over here. Hold on, y'all. I need to stand up. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to come in with a 600. And we are going to just sand down the edges of the paper. This is going to help when we are painting to not see the edges of the paper, so it ends up being seamless. I'm good, Drusy. How are you? You can't find it first? You can't find it first? You can't find this? Hold on, y'all. Let me grab the paper for you guys. Teresa, is it on TH Decor? All right, so as I'm looking for this paper, I am going to... Did you check DQ? Yeah, it's on DQ. That's what... Okay, let me grab it. It's on Decoupage Clean. I found it. All right, so again, you want to take a very fine grit. You don't want to use a low because you do not want to tear up your surface. So you don't want to start, sanding down the actual paint or get down to the bonding primer. You want to, here it is, y'all. You want to get to the, you just want to make it so you can't feel that edge of the paper. All right. Sorry, you guys. With me, I have to go in and put it individually because I can't get to the comments here. Give me 1 second. All right. So this is where you can get the paper, and there's other beautiful papers there too. That looks funny too. Oh. All right. So sorry about that. So so you're going to just do this by touch. So again, if you notice, my paint is intact. I'm not getting down to the actual silver. I'm not getting down to the bonding primer. I just want to come across here and feel that it's smooth to touch. That way I know that when I go into paint, I'm not going to see that break. It's going to be pretty seamless. Okay. And you're not trying to strong arm it, right? You're not going in there. Terry explained at the beginning that are sweet. Yes, I did. Did you notice that the bows LaBlanche used on the new egg mold? I can't find the bows mold to match by anyone. The bows on the new egg mold. I don't know if I've seen what post you're talking about. I will have to go and look. When was that post? Thank you, Brenda. When was that post? Thank you, Chrissy. So I can go back and look. Okay, so again, I just want to come. And as long as I can't feel it with my finger, I'm good. And this is another reason why when I was telling you, hi, Denise. Oh, you didn't notice, you've never seen those bows either, Teresa? Huh. So y'all, I'm going to tell you, these papers went really fast, and I will show you if you want. I can show you. I was hesitant to show you them because I didn't want y'all getting mad at me, but you want to get your hands on them before they go again. Where did I put them? Anyways, before I leave you guys, remind me and I will show you the other ones because there's a double with one side has the birds and then the other has the frame. I mean, they're gorgeous. Just leave me a couple so I can get some more. But I would get them before they're gone for sure. Because they went quick last time. So again, we're just going to come through and by touch, make sure that I don't feel anything. Okay? All right. So now we have to decide on color. And I'm thinking we keep this one pretty neutral and go in with like maybe a beige color, a lighter brown color, so then we can really bring out the outside of the tray and possibly add in some molds to that. What do you guys think? No, there's no bows on the egg mold. She's talking about there was bows and she's trying to find them. Yeah, so we were talking about earlier when I first came on our Sweet Monica's page, Team BFF. It was hacked, and so she had to start over, and now her new page is Team BFF2. So here's some of those papers. So they had the cute Mr. Bunny. This is the one I was saying that, you know, Nancy's bunny might have a new gentleman bunny. And then here's the doubles that I was talking about. So we have the cute bird with the frame and then flowers. And then we have, so, right. And then also, I believe, was there, oh, I think there was a couple that I might not have been able to get. So if I have a chance to get on there before you guys take them all, because I know there's a couple of other ones on there. But then, of course, the bunny, the bird, this one and the other one that I showed you guys. So, no, they don't. They're IOD. Okay, Denise says that those bows were IOD. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, so this one is white coffee. You guys see that? So I'm thinking we paint it something kind of neutral like that. And then we can go around here and, you know, we can maybe put in some of the molds that we have, some of the leaves, bring some things out 3D. Let's get a little bit of the hazelnut, my favorite, and let's mix those two. I wish I could send you a pic. Deborah, if you go to my group, the Crafting Chaotix, you can post a pic there. And then I'll look at it. Hi Regine, thank you. Thank you so much. So if you go to my group, hi Darla, is it Darla? Am I saying your name right? I hope is it Darlia or Darla? I'm going to take some of this out. So this one is white coffee. Okay. So this is the Pentart acrylic matte paint in white coffee. You can find these in my TH Decor link. Those that are new to me, I also will update the description and put everything that I use today in my description. So it makes it a little easier to find things. But typically, Sue will always have links in the comments for you. Darla, okay. I just didn't. I want to make sure. Sent a pic on Crafting Chaotix page. Okay. So if you are new to me, as a matter of fact, talking about that, I do have a group. It's called the Crafting Chaotix. You are able, if you do lives, you're able to post your lives in there. You can post whatever craft you're doing. Doesn't have to be, you know, it could be anything. Sewing, knitting, diamond dots, whatever you want. But one neat thing that I do is once a month I do what's called a meet and mingle. So if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I do a meet and mingle, and it's a free Zoom room that I open up for everybody. And we just go in there and we craft with each other. We laugh and, you know, just meet, putting names to faces. We've done, I think, 2 so far. We will do another one in February. So if you're interested in that, and by that, you can, you know, you are welcome to join with camera, without. You can just chat and comment. You can just, you know, chat just by voice, whatever you're comfortable with. But it's been really fun to be able to meet you guys and put names to faces. And all right. So we're just going to come around, and this will be the base color that I use. And then I'll come in probably with another color. So I'm going to get my dauber. You guys know this is my thing. Hey, Liz sister. Hi, Jackie Bates. What's going on? This game is killing me. What game? Okay, so I am going to take my dauber, and I always do this when I'm working with rice paper and paint. So I just come to the rice paper and I kind of pick up any excess and push it away. Sometimes it does pick up your paint and you need to go back with another layer, and that's okay. So just like right there, it did. So I'll just stamp that out. The only thing is this thing is going to make noise. Can we put something? Let's put a towel underneath it so it doesn't clink clink so much. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to take a paper towel because I don't want to paint with this. I'm just lifting up extra paint with it. It is fun. It's really fun. Hi, Gail. How are you? Thanks for joining me. It's super fun. You know, a couple of the ladies have found that they're close to each other. But, you know, we're crafting in there. Sometimes, you know, there's questions and, you know, we're able to see each other. So we're able to say, oh, yeah, do this or do that. And, you know, so I usually have the room open for about 4 hours. And we've done 2 now, and I feel like the 4 hours is probably about a good amount of time. You know, I'm West Coast, so I'm behind everybody, but it's usually enough time where, you know, okay, our family needs us now, dinner time, so I usually 4 hours has been about the right time, and you can stay in there as long as you want, come and go as, you know, whatever you like. But I open it at typically at 1 p.m. That's what we've done the last few times. 1 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. And then I leave it open for at least 4 hours. So, but I think it's been so much fun, and I've loved it so far. And don't try things. I wasn't even going to say anything, Lisa. Oops, so Lisa Jane was in there trying to show us something with candle and wax and melting. And let's just say, y'all, you can't melt something on a candle if it's a fake candle and it doesn't have wax on it. But we love Lisa, and it was a hoot. It was an absolute hoot. But it's that kind of stuff, you know, and it just, like I said, it's just fun. It's really fun. It's those times when, and sometimes we don't talk. Sometimes it's quiet because we're just crafting, but you know how it's just nice to kind of have somebody there. Hi, Mrs. King. How are you? Hi, Tina. Thank you, Christine. Drusy. So what she was trying to do, you know the technique of when you get rice paper and you can melt the rice paper on the candle. So she was tickled because she thought she found a new technique, and we were like, no, yeah, we've seen this before, but you know, she wanted to try it, so yeah, that's, you know, try it. But she couldn't figure out why it wasn't sticking. Well, it wasn't sticking because it was a fake LED candle, but it didn't have wax on it. Oh my word. It was so funny. It was the best, I swear. All right, so again, this is just our base coat. Y'all know that I always go in with a couple of different colors. Don't let me forget to show you some amazing colors that I've gotten from TH Decor. Telling you. We might have to use, oh my goodness, we are going to use some of them on this project because I already know one of them is going to look amazing. Sorry, I told you guys I would do the bottom, but I completely forgot about the edges. Again, we're going to probably have to go through and get another coat on there, but that's okay. Yes, exactly. A real wax candle typically helps to melt, right? It was great though. So yeah, so if you want to get in there, and if you've never used Zoom before, don't worry. There's a lot of ladies that had never used it before. I will take the time to help you get in there. I don't have an issue with that. So just let me know. But it's the Crafting Chaotix group. And it's a public group. You don't have to wait to go in there. And I'll leave it public as long as, you know, nobody starts going in there and trying to take our joy. Then we'll have to close it up. But so far, it's been fine. Okay, so let's dry this first layer, and then we'll come in with another layer. Actually, let me move this paint a little bit before I dry it. So I'm going to come and stamp that out. Okay, and then let's dry it. Do you think you were successful in uploading it? Okay. I'm not sure, Lisa Jane. I'll post another poll to see, like, you know, what day in February everybody seems to think will work. I'll post another poll. I think that works better. Just instead of me just picking a date, I'll usually, you know, give an option of a few days, post the poll, and then, you know, pick whatever one is popular. Actually, I'm glad we were talking about that because we're almost at the end of January. So I will post a poll later today of, you know, and throw a couple of dates out there and see what will work. And then I'll be able to put the actual date in there. I don't know what that is that keeps. So again, we're just going to now come in here with a layer to make this all opaque. What, Papas? You're playing with your new tablet? Are you so excited that you finally got it? Took forever. Huh. I know. I tell you. I'm going to open up a new hazelnut because I think that's what that is I need a new one. I always do send out a reminder on my Telegram, and I usually always post it on my page, and then it's always in the Crafting Chaotix group. So if you guys don't have my Telegram, you know, that is the best way to keep up with those kind of things is Telegram, because you will for sure get it, because I will for sure put it out. So if you're not familiar, Telegram is a free app. Most creators have it now because, you know, again, it's something that we can control as far as when the notifications are put out. I love it because I don't know what happened, but I stopped getting notifications for folks a while ago, so I don't get any. And I've checked up. What is this going to do for me? I checked all my settings, and it's all set to all notifications. And for whatever reason, I don't get them. So I rely on Telegram to tell me when, you know, folks are going live. So What exactly is what, Tina? Zoom? So Zoom is, yeah, it's exactly, it's, I don't know how, you can go on, you can connect with your camera so that everybody can see you and you can see everybody, or you can see everybody and just connect with your microphone. Or you can not do either and just be in the chat. Because that, we have a few folks that do that too. They don't want to be on camera and they don't want to be on, with their voice. They just want to be in the chat. And that's completely fine too. Like I said, it's whatever you're comfortable with. And it's just a way for all of us that are all over the world to get together and visit with each other. Because, like Andrew and his wife and Jill are in the UK and they come in. It's in the evening time for them, but they still come in for a few hours. Jill is always in there for a good couple hours. She's a trooper. All right, so we have our base color down. Let's dry this. Kind of like FaceTime, but it lets multiple people connect in one room. Exactly, Drusy. Hi, Wanda. How are you, Miss Wanda? Okay. I wish there were more horizontal papers instead of verticals, as I like for them to fit the tray. This is beautiful. We were talking about that the other day, that I tend to work in horizontal as well, but it just seems that it's more. It seems that it's more vertical. Hi, Esther. Thank you so much. How are you? Yeah, and Zoom is a free app. Telegram is a free app. But I always, it's weird. We can't, and I want it to be full coverage and it's not covering. So we're just going to have to keep layering until we get coverage. I always send out a telegram 15 minutes before. There are sometimes I get a little busy, and send it out 7 minutes before. But I always send out a telegram right before I'm going to go live. And again, it's something that I do, so I know that I can, I'm going to send it out. I can control that. Sometimes, we don't get the notifications and then we miss things and from the book, and that's never fun. All right. Wasn't getting enough pay coverage right there, so. Okay, so now I think we got it. There we go. So pretty, right? All right. So, okay, so before I start drawing that, y'all, let me just show you a couple of new things that I got. I'm going to put them over here so you can't peek. Oh, you can kind of still see them. So, I have a huge order that I got in of Pentart stuff, and I have most of the products, so I was looking at stuff that I didn't have, and I couldn't believe that I didn't have some of this stuff. So now I do. Now I have them. All right, look at these, y'all. So these are Chameleon Pearl Effect paints. This one is in green gold. Look at that. I am definitely, hi Della, how are you? I made your first live. Oh, yay. Hi, Diana. So this one is green gold Chameleon Pearl Effect paint. This one is green lilac. Look at that. See when this one is blue gold. This one is rose turquoise. Look at that. I'm turning it on purpose so you can see the light when it hits the chameleon. And then look, this one is blue peach. But y'all look, I also have the pigment powders in chameleon. Can you see what that says? White gold. White gold. White gold. You know my favorite wax, white gold chameleon. And then I have the chameleon blue pigment, the chameleon violet pigment, and the chameleon green pigment. Y'all, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right, Wendy? So, I am thinking before we put down, our molds or whatnot, no, we need to work. We'll probably put down the molds first, and then we will paint this over the entire, all of it, and do a hue, and oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. We need to see them in action. Oh, I know. Stop it. Sorry, Sheila. So, I mean, come on. So this is green lilac, but I think what we are going to use today is the green gold or the blue gold. We're going to use one of those. Maybe we're going to use the pigments too. I don't know. All right, let's get out. Let's stop because I'm scared to look up because I'm sure I'm getting yelled at. Thank you. Thank you, Diana. Okay, so we have our cute birdie here. I'm trying to think if we want to take a couple of the flowers and do maybe some flower mold and branches on the sides up along here. What do you guys think? I know we're going to have to change the... I know, Papas. I see you got a very cool tablet. See, like I have, this one is a redesign mold, and this one is Blossom Springs. We can combine these as well. You want to clean? I also have a ton of, redesign molds that we can put around this. Thank goodness I missed them all because I can't get them, Jamie. So I also kind of, like having maybe these at the top. You know what I'm saying? But I really do want to use, and we might even stick in another birdie. All right. So I'm going to have to take off my rings because I can paint but I can't do clay. So y'all know my favorite clay is the Joby clay, also available at TH Decor. And again, everything that I'm using today, I will have in the description. All right. So let's make a little room because we need to get our Joby clay out here. And then, I don't know, we also have that beautiful, I want to see how big this. So this is also the other new LaBlanche mold, the frames. I wanted to see how big that one was. But, all right. My wheels are a-turning. My wheels are a-turning. Not too floral. Why do you like that particular clay? Because it is the perfect consistency. It's not too it's not too wet. And it just, everything about it. I've used DOS. I've used, I mean, you name them. I've probably used them. I probably have them here in my clay drawer. But this one is easiest to work with. I find that even beginner clay, users, it's easy to work with. And like I said, I don't particularly like when a clay is too wet. And this one is always just perfect. Sorry, y'all, I'm having to reach way far back. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have another open Joby. Okay. So the Jobies that we have, it comes in a gray and it also comes in the white. We're gonna, ooh, it's so exciting to open up a new one, y'all. All right. So let's open up this new one. Hi, Melinda. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Yeah, exactly. It's not sticky, and it just, everything about it, when I use it, okay, so you guys know I do not like using cornstarch. Whoa, sorry, y'all. That is not my thing. I use baby oil. So the thing about baby oil, if you're using baby oil as a releasing agent, and first of all, no, it does not mess with leaving a film. So when you paint, it messes with the paint. It doesn't do that because you're using very little anyways. But I don't like using cornstarch, especially with Joby, because Joby is not too wet. It's the perfect consistency, and I don't want my clay to get dried out even more. The cornstarch pulls out the moisture. Goodness gracious, I can speak. And so all I do is come in with a little bit, very little, of the baby oil, and I wiggle it around in my mold. Okay. If you have a mold that is really intricate, and even if you're using your preferred, whichever you like, cornstarch or baby oil, even if you're noticing that it still is not releasing easy for you, you can pop it in the freezer. At least 10 to 15 minutes, but you can leave it in the freezer as long as you want. It's not going to hurt it. And then it'll release easier for you. Okay. Yes, it does, Melinda. It pulls out that moisture, and I find that it cracks a little more. And I've told a few people that I use baby oil, and they cringe, and they're like, no, no, no. And, but I've used baby oil for years, and it doesn't your paint doesn't slip. It doesn't do anything like that because I'm not drenching it in baby oil. I'm putting a little bit in there, and I'm just using it as a releasing agent. All right, so I am going to, you don't need to knead Jovi clay very much, but I'm going to just do it a couple of times, and then I'm going to roll out my little, like, sausage, if you will. Okay, and then I'm going to use my palette knife. I'm going to push in and scoop out. So yeah, if you're having any problems and you can't get your clay out, then just go ahead and pop it in your freezer. Okay. Yeah, interesting. You never thought of using baby oil? Yeah, I use it all the time, and like I said, I've had a few people like, no, you can't do that. It's personal preference. You could do whatever you want. All right. I find the easiest way when you are trying to release molds is you roll it back. I'll show you in just a second. Let me get these in there. Can you see what I'm doing? So I just place them in there. Okay. And then hi, Mary Casey. I never heard of using baby oil. Maybe I would have better luck with that because when I try to do molds, it doesn't work out very well for me. Really? Why doesn't it work out well? Because you can't get them out, or what, Chrissy? What's happening to you? All right, so you want to push, flush, run it down. All right, so I always find it easier when you're trying to get your molds out if you turn it over and you roll, okay? So if you take that and roll it back, it will come right out for you if you don't run out of room. Come here. Hold on. Now, roll it back. Don't run out of room to roll. There you go. So we have this one. I like that. So I'm thinking we can actually kind of put these, up along the sides like this. Do a couple of them so that they're up along the sides, and put like some flowers here. I'm just setting that in there. You can't release them without getting them to tear up. Okay, I tried spraying Pam in my molds. Oh, yeah, no. Don't do that. Okay, so again, flip them over. And we're going to, that one was already trying to come out. So we're going to roll. Don't run out of room to roll. So let's turn it this way. And there we go. Oh, that one's cute. That one will be a cute little filler for someplace. All right. So I don't know where we're putting it right now, but we'll just stick it on here somewhere. Let's put it down. Because we can even make these branches 3D if we want to. Because as I'm looking at these look very much like that. Like the branches. It looks a lot like it. And then we have our little leaves. So let's do that process again. Hi, Patty. Hi, Carrie. How are you? These are LaBlanche. All right, so let me show you that again. So we're going to take very little. If you can see, there's very little. I mean, there's nothing in there. It's very little. So let's get a brush. Not that one. Well, no, never mind. I was going to try to take it without the bird in there, but all right. So we're just going to take our baby oil once again. Let's get our brush. You really want to wiggle it all in because remember, you're using this as a releasing agent, so you got to really wiggle and get them into, like, see these little spots here, because that's what's going to trip you up. All right. So you need to really wiggle it in there. Again, we're going to roll. Thank you, Mary Casey. We're going to roll into our little, and then I'm going to push. Trying to see where that ended. And I'm going to get my palette knife and get that off. Okay. And I feel like that one didn't have enough clay right there. So let's just push a little more in there. Let's get this flower. So what I will do, I won't bore you guys with this, but I will make a bunch of these and I'm going to just kind of put it around the border on the outside. And then I will put them all on with the only thing I ever use to put my molds on, which is heavy body gel in glossy. And then tomorrow when we come back, it will be dry, so then we can paint. Okay. I will tell you, if you have too much baby oil in your molds and you try to run your palette knife down it, your clay is going to want to pop out of the mold. Does that make sense? That means you have too much baby oil in there. Okay. So, I hope everybody's okay. Got the fire truck going out. I don't like when I hear the fire truck or the ambulance. All right, so what I mean is if you're running your palette knife just like that, and when you're running your palette knife past it, if the clay wants to, come up at you, then yeah, you've got way too much baby oil in there. So again, turn your mold over and we're going to roll that out. You guys can tell that one is made that way so that it's got a negative on the inside. So again, turn it over, roll it back. I didn't run out of room this time. Okay, so I'll probably be doing something like this where I put them together like that, and then we can even put more leaves on there and whatnot. And then let's get this one again, turn it over, and roll back. If you guys ever have any questions about products or something, not working for you, you can always message me. Just give me a little grace. Sometimes I don't, get back to you right away, but I will get back to you. Are you leaving? You want to come meet our friends now? Rude. Come here, give me a kiss. Let me grab your face with my nice chalky hands. Right. That would be etched. Love you. Drive safely. We're going to get them one of these days, y'all. I'm going to pop it out of the harness and just put them on there. Bye, Nick, everybody says. So if you can see, if I had too much baby oil on this, it would be glossy, right? Usually when you put baby oil on, it's shiny. This is what I'm saying. There's not much baby oil, right? So when we go to paint, there isn't much on there. But yeah, I love these. They're very delicate, and it almost looks, I swear it looks just like these in here. So if we wanted to be really creative, we can make all of this 3D in here. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think? This is what my plan is for when I get off of here. I'm going to, bend these over the sides like that, droop them, and I'm going to put flowers. I'll put these flowers, on here like that, and just kind of come around. Thank you. It is really easy. It is really easy once you get the hang of it. So let's do, so this little bird has, you see where his feet are down there? It's very tight right in there, right? Let's put a little bit of baby oil. I just put in literally 2 drops. And I know, right, the 3D effect? So I'm going to just get him. Now I want to really get in here with his tail and his beak, but I really want to make sure that my brush goes in there. Okay? Because this is the whole purpose of using, and if you even are using cornstarch, make sure it gets in there. Okay? And then again, I always roll it out into like a little log, noodle, whatever you want to call it. And then I press. And then it's nice because if you can see, the LaBlanche molds have that little lip. So you can actually lay your palette knife against the lip and then just let it come out off, right? So let's get, this actually doesn't matter, but that's all the excess. So, and then I always, if for some reason there's like a little piece that I'm not happy with, or it's too bumpy or whatever, I'll put my finger in a little bit of water and I'll just rub it over the top to smooth it down. Okay, and then again, you want to flip over and roll. So, can you see? His little leg got detached. But what you do with that is you get your little tool. Where's my little wooden tool? Y'all, this is what happens when you don't do clay for a while. Well, I'll use a popsicle stick. Get your popsicle stick, okay? Dip it in water and come in, and then you just want to smooth it down. Smooth it down a little bit and kind of like, you got to do a little leg surgery. And then you can put his leg back together. So I have, I know where my wooden tool is. It's in my my clay box. So anyhow, I'm gonna go through. I know they're so pretty. They're very pretty. So this last release came out with the birds. We came out with the birds, the eggs, which are too close, the eggs, and then the frame. So these were the last LaBlanche release that we have. So These three here, the birds, the eggs, and the frame. Yeah, my silicone tool will work as well. This one will work as well. It's the same thing. You just dip it in water, and then you'd come over and then just do a little leg surgery, and his leg is back together. So, what? Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier is you have to do whatever works for you. So if you have intricate molds that, you're even when you're putting cornstarch or baby oil in, you're still having problems with it releasing, just pop them in the freezer. You can pop them in the freezer for at least 10 to 15 minutes, but I've left them in there overnight. Sometimes I forget. After you've done it a few times, it really is. It really is. Yes. So, and when you pop them in the freezer, just be easy when you're taking them out of the mold, because they are now like anything, right? They're solid, they're stiff. And then once they come to room temperature, then they can be they'll be pliable again. So anyhow, y'all, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. If you guys want to follow me over, I am going to go into Monica's room and say hi to her and probably buy more stuff that, I don't need. So, yay, Chrissy! So I'm going to head over there. So if you guys can follow me over there, I would really, 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 really appreciate it. And I'll enter you guys and we'll do another drawing for the mold and stuff that wasn't claimed. So, yeah, they do defrost. They'll come up to room temperature, especially if you have them like in your hands. So they'll heat up right fast. So, and then they'll become pliable again. So if you guys can go over there and say, I don't know, what's the code word? So that way I know to put you guys on the wheel. So we need a code word. I don't know. Just say, I don't know, anything. Just go over there and say hi to her. If I see you over there, I'll put you on the wheel, and then we'll do some more giveaways and stuff like that. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna head over to Monica. I hope you guys I'll see you guys over there. If not, I'll see you here tomorrow. Yeah, say Troy sent us. You guys say Troy sent me, and then I'll put your name on the wheel. Go over to Team BFF2 and say Troy sent me, and I'll put your name on the wheel. So I'm going over there now. I'll write your guys' name down when I see that you guys have said that, okay? I'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow, same time.